Hey, it's Kelly Jones here with Robert Lofgran, and we're in Utah, and today it's 24 degrees outside, and the air is murky, and we're setting an inversion. So I figured I'd call my buddy here and say, hey, what can we do for the winter to still get in shape when we can't really ride outside? So I'm Robert Lofgran of Lofgran Coaching, and tell us, what kind of amenities do you guys have to offer?
What we have what I call it the Power Lab. We have 8 CompuTrainers, and we have it set up as a multi-rider system, so you can kind of make it arcade style, get a little competitive with your friends, and really just have a fun time with it. So we do that all week. I actually run a program where it's a periodized program, and riders sign up and they have their slot reserved, and they come in and they get at least 2 days a week where they come in and they get to train with me and with some other riders. That helps kind of push you rather than suffering in your garage or your basement by yourself on the trainer. And then Fridays and Saturdays they can sign up for additional classes. But those riders that are part of the program, the Power Lab program, they actually get, through trainingpeaks.com, they get workouts for 6 days of the week. So they get a full periodized program. Those guys are here with me today downstairs already riding and doing their intervals, and the CompuTrainer's walking them right through it. But for everybody else, we do have where you can sign up, call me up or email me, reserve a spot for you and your buddies, maybe some teammates, and you can get all 8 trainers if you want and come down, ride with your teammates, your friends, race each other, and it really is kind of arcade style, so you can push each other and just have a blast with it. Fun times. Sure beats riding outside, getting numb fingers and toes and breathing, frigid air for hours on end.
Explain what a CompuTrainer is. So
if you've never used a CompuTrainer, maybe a lot of us can't afford power meters on our bikes. CompuTrainer is a trainer that basically the load generator on it is all computerized, and it generates load in wattage. So we can measure your wattage. It also picks up your heart rate and your cadence, and it really picks up like all the averages of those, your max numbers, max wattage, average wattage, peak watts, and watts per kilogram. So we can do a lot with it, and we can actually record that data, and afterwards a lot of times if the riders want, or sometimes if not, I'll go ahead and I'll just email them their data. I'll say, hey, here's what you put out today for your average. So it gives you the opportunity to see what your wattage is like. We do also a lot of times where you can bring a group in, and with the CompuTrainer, with the multi-rider system, I could test 8 people at a time for what's considered their functional threshold power, and we can track your fitness over the winter. You can come in 1 week and do a couple of tests with me, get your functional threshold power, and then 4 or 5 weeks down the road come in again, and throughout the winter. So we can really track it, and I can email that to groups every time they come in and do it. We can just do that for your rides. But those are kind of some of the things we can do with the CompuTrainer that a lot of people don't have access to every day.
So if I have a group of friends, I could actually come in here and reserve the lab, and all my friends, we could actually do a bike race on this lab during the middle of winter and stay in shape. Or you could check all of our fitness so we have a gauge on if we're getting stronger over the winter, and you can do this on an individual, a group, right. Doesn't matter.
Right, yeah. We can make a course, so you can, maybe there's a goal race that you as your team have, and we can basically in the CompuTrainer develop a course in there so that you can train on almost the exact same course that maybe your goal race is for the year with your buddies. And yeah, then you can also test all together with your buddies and track your fitness over the winter.
So anybody who wants to get in shape, whether you're a triathlete, whether you're a swimmer, whether you're a biker, this is a good diversion as opposed to going out in 24-degree weather with bad air quality. You're actually in a controlled environment with fans, with a cool air, towels for, sweat towels. What else do you offer here?
If for those people that have to go to work right after, or go to, if it's Saturday and you have a full day planned, we have really early classes that start as early as 5 a.m. And Saturdays are 2-hour classes, so you get a good endurance ride. But we have towels, shower, and just so you can come in. Just try to make your workout convenient for you to fit cycling into maybe an already busy lifestyle, which seems like most cyclists I know have. Just try to make it convenient. One thing too to remember is that I like to point out is when I'm doing intervals at home on my own, or even when I come in and maybe am testing some stuff on the CompuTrainer all by myself, I cannot train nearly as hard as I could if I've got a group with me. So when you're doing those key workouts and it's January 15th and you're just tired of riding the trainer and suffering inside, then you can come in and ride with the group, and it makes it fun and exciting, and you're going to dig harder and push harder, and you're going to get more out of your training and fitness. So, and it is great when you're doing the Power Lab, particularly. Your training we have your power training zones. I give you heart rate training zones to use when you're training at home, and so you have very specified areas that we're training in to get you the periodization as we build up through the winter. And then by spring you should come out ready to rock, and you're not going to be peak performance right then, which is not really what you'd want. We could put people there, but we really bring you out and you're ready to hit the race season right when spring hits and get ready for your goal races.
How is this better than, let's say, a spin class at your local gym?
Well, the one thing that a spin class is great for, like here, is you've got the group motivation. That's why so many people love spin classes. And so this, I think it's that on steroids a little bit, because you get the CompuTrainer and you'll see in the other footage, there's the screen, and you've got little avatars for your rider. And so it's arcade. I mean, you can see how many feet in front of you the next rider is. You can see who you're chasing down, and really push yourself on those hard days. So we can really push you. The other thing that makes it a lot different from say a spin class is we do have those training zones, and so you can know when I say, hey, go to zone 3 or go to zone 4, you have specified in your wattage zones right where to go. The other thing is there are some places where they're doing some awesome things on spin bikes, and they're using heart rate and whatnot, but there's a big lapse between what your heart rate's saying and what your legs are saying. Your legs may be putting out a ton of power at that moment, and it takes quite a bit longer for your heart rate to get up. And there's just a lot of little games like that. I won't go into them because there's a lot of details there, but I mean, wattage really is the gold standard, and you just can't do that on a spin bike, unfortunately. So down here at the Power Lab, you can see and track your numbers just right on the second by second wattage numbers.
Cool. So tell us, how do we get in contact with you if we want to rent it or join or just get some information, get some help so we become even faster next year?
You can go to my website, lofgrancoaching.com. That's L-O-F as in Frank, G-R-A-N, coaching.com. You can also call my office at 801-633-3323, and we'd love to get you in. We do personal coaching, and my personal coaching clients, I get you into the lab as often as we can to check your numbers regularly, and so I can train with you too. And then, like I said, we do have the Power Lab program going on. We have 3 or 4 spots left in that, is all this year. And then you can always reserve the lab with your team or your friends, and that's a fun thing to do, a fun way to train, and I'd highly recommend doing that.
So a great way to beat the winter blues, get in shape for the spring, and get ready to ride, race, train, do triathlons, do whatever you need to do right here with Lofgran Coaching. Thanks, appreciate your time.
Good luck this winter. Have fun.